Good morning, Isla. Good morning, Amy. I'm great today. Hope you are as well, my lovely. Good morning, Chloe B. Well done for all your super efforts yesterday. I know it was a challenge, but you showed absolute resilience. So well done for that, my lovely. Good morning, Summer. Good morning, John Paul. I saw you yesterday, John Paul, didn't I? Look like you're having a great time. Good morning, Sappy. Good morning, Maisie. Good morning, Chloe D. Good morning, Sadia. Good morning, Sky. Loads of you tuning in today, which is incredible. Well done. I know sometimes it's not easy getting out of routine and trying to wake ourselves up on time. So super job making sure that you are up nice and early, ready to learn. Good morning, Zach. Lovely to see you as well, my lovely. Right, last lesson we were learning about personification. And I set a writing challenge to improve the personification of an extract, which had none, to be fair. And you were to insert some for different objects or ideas that you found in the text. And I said, whoever was to do so and do it a good job would receive 10 points for their class. Now, last lesson, it stood at 13 points to 5 CF and 22 points to, 13 points to 5 BP and 22 points to 5 CF. So 10 points could have absolutely changed it for a sneaky 5 BP win. However, the marvellous Summer did not allow that to happen. So shout out to you, Summer, for your incredible learning. You said, no way, Jose, and you did a fantastic job, and you got those 10 points for 5 CF. So, oh, 32 even. It would have if I could add, wouldn't it? Just my most personality, which is the math. So it ended up on 32 points for 5 CF last lesson, 13 points for 5 BP. So that actually puts us at a complete draw now, with 5 BP winning the first round, 5 PP and 5 CF drawing the second round with 20 each, and 5 CF coming back on the third round. So it's all to play for this time. We've got to wait and see who takes it today. So today was the pupil voice lesson, and after hearing from you, good morning, Caris, good morning, Alex. Again, Alex A or Alex C, let me know. After hearing from you, a lot of you said you want to go back over commas, and I get it. Absolutely get why. It is a really complex punctuation tool, so I think it was a great request, so well done. And a few of you said you want to go back over modal verbs. So what I'm going to do is, because commas are so complex, I'm going to spend the entirety of this lesson going through commas. And then next lesson, I'm going to do half on modal verbs, and the other half will be on the end of the term quiz. I think we should dress up for that quiz. I might come in fancy dress. Join me, send pictures. I think we should make this an occasion because it's the end of our virtual learning term. Good morning, Rihanna. Right, so without further ado, let's get on to today's cover lesson because we've got loads to learn, loads of knowledge to put into those wonderful little minds of yours so that you are ready when you come back. Okay, so welcome to lesson 9. So that means we're in week 5 of doing these live lessons. It feels like it's whizzed past actually, but also feels like we've done more lessons still. So happy Tuesday, everybody. All of you are really familiar with this. I haven't seen any new names, so I don't think I need to explain this today. So you all know the listening symbol, you all know the writing symbol, and you all know how to comment. So we're just going to move on past that because I think you are all superstars at that. So I have a letter to share with you that both Miss Purcell and I wrote because we've been missing you guys loads. I don't think you actually understand how weird it is to be sitting in a classroom without seeing all your faces and without having all your hands go up and without having you all contributing into the lessons. It is bizarre. So we have written a letter to share with you all. Let's do that now. Hopefully this works. Okay, so hopefully you can see my letter. Now, I want you to both look at my letter carefully, um, and hopefully understand what I'm saying, but also you might spot something as I'm reading this letter to you. So I've got our address here. I've got the date, Tuesday, the 19th of May, 2020. And I have said, Dear Year 5, as this term comes to a close, Miss Purcell and I wanted to write to you to thank you all for your remarkable home learning efforts. On a daily basis, you have been tuning into live lessons, completing doodle tasks, and having a go at the other activities. To set this all up takes us a while, so your hard work is really appreciated. It still feels bizarre teaching you virtually. Can you believe lockdown began on the 20th of March, 8 weeks ago? School is not the same without you. The playground is quiet, the corridors are empty, and the class doors are shut. All of us teachers miss your smiling faces, and we cannot wait to be reunited soon. In the meantime, we have live lessons and phone calls home, which is lovely. Anyway, I suppose I'd better go. After all, I have a lesson to teach. However, before we do say goodbye, we wanted you to know how proud we are of all the Year 5 cohort. Each one of you are part of the Lee Forest family, and we care for you greatly. Stay safe, stay happy, and stay learning. Yours sincerely, Miss Francois and Miss Purcell. So, we wrote you this letter, but I'm struggling a little bit. What have I missed out consistently in my letter? What form of punctuation have I clearly not mastered? Let's see who was looking carefully at the text. Good morning, Akmal. Akmal, you do love a capital letter, don't you, my lovely? Let's see who was looking carefully. What did I miss out consistently? Because Francois might be to go back to school. Good, Danielle. Oh no, Isla, I have those, my lovely. I know that one. Right, I think top marks have to go to Danielle, who was literally the punctuation police. She was there on it straight away with fastest finger. So well done, Danielle. Um, Summer has also spotted my errors. Well done. Good. I have consistently missed out comments, haven't I? Which brings us in to what we are learning today. So we have written you a lovely letter, and by the end of today, I would love a response from you all. So your task is going to be later today to write a letter back to Miss Purcell and I. But hopefully you will do a better job than me, because hopefully you will include commas that I so frequently forgot. So clearly this lesson is not only going to help you, it will help me too. So we're going to watch a video carefully about how frequently in writing commas are used, and it's literally rife throughout our writing. I guarantee you probably couldn't pick up a book without a comma unless you're picking up a picture book. Every single book will have commas because we use them so regularly in our writing. So we've got to become masters of them. So let's see how often commas are used in this letter here. So really look carefully. Let's have a switch around of the mic. Oh, no, I don't want that. I want
55 Washington Street, Brooklyn, New York 11201, July 21, 2012. Dear Mom and Dad, here I am at Camp Okie Dokie. Things here are really great. First of all, my counselor is a real grammar nerd. He says every time I use a comma correctly in my letters, he'll give me an okie. That's like $1 you could use at the camp store. So I've been using commas every time I write lists. During morning activities, I built a scale model of the Millennium Falcon, learned Hebrew, and took an acting class with Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm using commas after a dependent clause at the beginning of a sentence, too. After we finished our morning activities, we ate a small lunch of lobster tails and Belgian waffles. Anyway, I'm also using commas after an introductory word in a sentence. See what I just did? I'm also learning to use commas between two independent clauses. We challenged another camp to a game of capture the flag, but they declined. I'm even using commas between separate adjectives. I met this tall, funny girl from Cleveland named China. You know I'm using two commas to add a little more information about someone in a sentence. China, a girl who is not from China, convinced me to sign up for the talent show. The comma is helpful when I'm setting off quotation marks. I asked China, do you think I should juggle flaming torches for the talent show? China said, why don't you teach people how to use commas correctly? Oh man, she just cracks me up. Well, I'm gonna go spend the okies I earned to buy a jetpack or something. Camp is great. I can't believe I've only been here one day. Your son, Leroy. 55 Washington Street, Brooklyn, New York 11201, July 21, 2012. Dear Mom and Dad, here I am at Camp Okie Dokie. Things here are really great.
Okay, so as you can see from that, commas are really hard to master because how frequently will commas just use them? It has so many uses, and we're going to go through 11 examples today of where commas should be used within a piece of writing, within writing a letter. But don't worry about it. You might think 11, oh my goodness me, I'm not going to remember all of that. That's okay. We're going to explore it. We're going to put it into context straight away, and hopefully you will find it easy, okay? But be sure to take notes because it will help you with your letter writing later. So, number one, using commas to separate the area and the city. So we use commas to separate an area that we're living in from its city. So for example, I'm from Ealing, the area in the city of London. You guys live in Kitts Green, the area from the city Birmingham, okay? So if we were to write that within a sentence, we need to make sure that we have a comma to separate the area from the city so that we know that it's not all one area, or we know it's not all one city. We know it's two separate or two places, two different places, okay, or a place within a place. If the sentence continues, we put a comma after the city as well. So hopefully it makes sense now. So my friend Rover is from Acton, Northwest London, and it says Acton, Northwest London, meaning Acton is the area, Northwest London is the city. He moved to Solihull, Birmingham, in September. So remember it says here, if the sentence continues, put a comma after the city as well. So we put a comma after Birmingham because the sentence continued. Over the summer, Rover took a trip with his parents to Orlando, Florida. Now in America it's slightly different. You've got Orlando being usually the city and Florida being the state. So they separate cities and states. And Atlanta, Georgia, where he visited his cousins and grandma. Rover loves to travel around the United States, his favorite place to fly to. So here's the same text here, but there is an error in that text. And if you were looking carefully, you may have already spotted it. So which of the following edits below, so there's some edits below here, A, B, C, or D, which of the following corrects the mistake in this passage above? There's a mistake here, A, B, C, or D. Which one makes it right again? Let's see who comments in. We've already got 2 points for 5 CF, 2 points for 5 BP. Thanks to Danielle, Summer, Isla, and who was the other person? I don't remember. Safi. So let's see who gets some more points now for doing great punctuation police spotting. Well done, Summer. Good job. Well done, Cole. Well done, Amy E. Super. Danielle, have another look, my lovely. Alex A. Whoop, whoop. Have a look, Alex A. Well done, Isla. Well done, Sadia. Have another look, Zach. Zach loves to repeatedly comment, don't you? You like that? Come on, Miss see me comments. You're like there. Right, good. Few of us got that a little bit incorrect, but majority of us absolutely smashed that. So I can see we're on form this morning. So first correct answers coming in for Summer, Cole, Amy E. Oh, this person here with a lovely great answer. Amy and Isla. Cole, Amy, Isla. Right, oh, 5BP taking the lead. Right, let's have a look. So the answer was indeed C. There had to be a comma between Solihull and Birmingham. Reason why? A comma is used to separate an area from its city. So Solihull is the area that is within Birmingham, the city. So a comma is needed there between the two of them. Okay, so that's why it was A. We don't need it between the United States, which few of you thought, because United States is the same thing as saying, for example, United Kingdom. We don't put a comma between United Kingdom because both of those words make up the country, so there's no need to separate them. Whereas Solihull and Birmingham, they are places, but one's an area, one's a city, so there's no need to separate them. Hopefully that makes a little bit more sense. So help me add in missing comma to my address in the letter that I was showing you earlier that me and Miss Passau have written to you all. So let's have a look. So if you can see my address here, I've got Lee Forest Academy, Hurstcroft Road, Birmingham, B339RD. There is a missing comma in this section. Who can tell me what two words the comma needs to go in between? So you're going to write me two words. The comma needs to go between this word and that word. What are the words? Where is that missing comma? Good morning, Lexi. Sorry, Jay, that you're having so many problems. Maybe you need to come out and come back in, lovely. Well done, Amy E. Well done, Danielle. Super. Hopefully that will help some of you. Well done, Summer. Well done, Alex C. Well done, Zach. Right, so many people doing great things here. Well done, Maisie. Well done, Sadia. Well done. Right, smashed it. You guys have smashed it. Great. Absolutely. Here is where that missing comma is. So here, I need to have Lee Forest Academy, Hurstcroft Road, comma, Birmingham, B339RD. Fabulous. Well done. Good job. Paris, superstar. John Paul, superstar. Lexi, oh my gosh, so many right answers. I think I'm gonna have to do the I think I'm gonna have to do what's it called after. Do you know what I'm gonna have to do? I need to put this larger for you. I'll figure this out. I promise. I'll figure it out. Right. So let's go back to our presentation. So absolutely. You've all spotted that one, but now we need to look at, oh, hold up 1 minute. So hopefully it's all okay. Now we need to look at using commas to separate the day and the year. So we use a comma in between the date and the year when we're writing the full date, not when we're writing the short date like in math. When we're writing the full date, we should be including a comma. So let's read this text. Kieran was born on March 13th, 2002. He lived in Erdington. He turned 12 in 2016. On August 1st, he moved with his, it should say, I don't know what it says her, with his family to Kitts Green. It was a big move for Kieran. He was very nervous for his first day of school on September 2nd, 2016. When he finally came, Kieran was happily surprised at how friendly his new classmates were. So, which again of the following edits corrects the common mistake in the passage above? Is it A, B, C, or D? Yay, glad that worked, Jay. Woo-hoo. A, B, C, or D. And in the meantime, I'm going to try to get this tally of who's picking up all the points. Well done, Summer. Well done, Zach. Well done, Sky. Have another look, Chloe B. Zachy Gay, Zachy Gay. Well done, Karis. Oh gosh, 5CF were quick off the mark on this one. Oh my gosh. It was a landslide for 5CF that time. Not had one of those before. Lexi, have another look, my lovely. Well done, Chloe D. Well done, Maisie. Well done, Sadia. Well done, John Paul. Oh my goodness, again. Another smashed it. Well done, guys. You do impress me. So, absolutely, it was B. A comma was needed between March 13th and 2002 because, as just described, you need to separate the day and the day. How do we know that it isn't the year 13? Well, gosh, it's weird having that, but 132,002. I mean, in the future, it may be. So, we need to let them know what year we're living in now and what day it is now. So, help me out, guys. I need to put a date or a comma in my date. So let's have a little look. I'm going to try and present this differently this time. I'm going to stop presenting and see if this makes it a little bit clearer for you. Look at me, being all brave. I'm really hoping that that makes it super clear for you. So, you've helped me fix this one. Where is the comma supposed to go now? Let's see if you can comment in. Loads of comments today. Loads of points to add up, so I'll do that whilst you're doing the next comment. Oh, I think I did it great. Looking at my screen, hopefully you can see it really clearly now. Okay. Good. Yep, Amy. E. Well done, Amy. Well done, Summer. Well done, Isla. Well done, Chloe D. Well done, John Paul. Well done, Zach. Well done, Sky. Well done, Caris. Well done, Alex C. Well done. Or Alex A. We're going to talk about. So let's have a look. Guys, you're really good. Look at me, right. Look at all this different flicking between screens I'm doing. This is intense, but we're doing it. It's happening. Let's have a look. What have I just done that for? I haven't even shown you, have I? What a numpty. My apologies. Let's go back. Just get too excited. You make me excited with all this wonderful literacy skills that you're doing. Right. So absolutely, those of you that look nice and carefully would have noticed that, as said, we need it between the date and the year. So it is the 19th of May, and then we need to introduce the year. So we need the comma here. So you've helped me correct 2 errors. Well done, superstars. Right, now I can switch screens. Get too excited, too quick. Okay, so number 3. So we've done the first 2. The first one was that we need it within between to separate an area and the city. The second one is that we need it to separate the day and the year. The third one is we need a comma after our greeting. So to use a comma after the salutation, after the greeting of a letter, the salutation includes the word dear and the person or people's name to whom you are writing. So the comma goes at the end of the final name. So when we introduce the letter, we obviously need to tell the person who we're even talking to, who's the letter for. So we usually say dear, and then you put to whom you're writing, okay? And then after that, you need to include a comma. So have a look at this little letter that Tatiana wrote. Dear Bob and George, thank you for the present, full stop. It arrived today, comma, so I just received it, full stop. The dog painting is beautiful and it looks exactly like Ruffles, exclamation mark. Hope you're both doing well, full stop. Thanks again, comma, Tatiana, kiss. What a lovely little message from Tatiana there. So identify the correct way to punctuate the underlined phrase in the passage above. So I've underlined the phrase, the salutation, the greeting, but it's not punctuated correctly. A, B, C, or D. Some of you can see what's coming, but I'm not taking cheat comments, guys. You have to wait. You're so funny. At least you're on the same wavelength. It means you're really tuning into the lesson, so I am impressed. Right, well done to Amy E, Danielle, Sky, Summer, Chloe D, Lexi. Lexi, have another look, my lovely. Alex A, well done. John Paul, well done. Maisie, well done. Isla, well done. Zach, have a look, my lovely. Cole, well done. Super, lovely. Good job. B. Remember, it said after the greeting, after the final name, you have to include the comma. So, in the salutation of a letter, the comma goes at the end of the final name. Okay, so in this case, the final name was George, so it had to have a comma after. So some of you are already on my wavelength here, and you already know what's coming. So where was the mistake in my letter? Can you tell me? I mean, I've made quite a few mistakes, haven't I, today? So where does my comma need to go? Superstar Amy, E. Well done, Danielle. Right, let's pop it in. So remember, it goes after the greeting, after whom we are greeting. So I'm greeting year 5 in this instance, so I had to go at the end there, comma. Good job. Quite a few of you, I think everyone nailed that. Lovely. So we had Amy coming in first, Danielle, Isla, Summer, Chloe D. Well done. Gosh, 5CS. I don't know if you've been doing some typing skills, but you're quick off the mark. I think it's when it's sentence typing that 5BP get you. They're quick off the mark with the sentences. But everyone got that. Caris, Lexi, a couple of you thought it should go after Dia, but no, remember it goes after the greeting at the very end there, after whom we are greeting. So really, really well done to the majority of you there, superstars. Let's go back. Hello again. Me. I need to present my screen. I mean, I'm slowly figuring this out, guys. Sorry. A lot of chopping and changing this lesson. I've been really brave. I've got a visualizer. Can you tell I'm excited about it? Right. So now we're going to look at lists. So we're on number 4 of understanding how commas are used. So they are used in a list. So when we're writing a list of 3 or more items, we place a comma in between each item on the list. A comma is not needed before the word and when it introduces that final item on the list. However, it's not actually incorrect to use it. If you do use it, it's called a serial comma or the Oxford comma. So it isn't incorrect grammar to use it, incorrect punctuation to use it. It's just omitted usually because we know the and is going to introduce the final thing. So Aidan cooked the following 4 foods: chicken, fajitas, nachos, and churros. However, currently the sentence looks like he cooked chicken, fajita, nachos, and churros. Only 2 things. And it says here he cooked 4. So clearly we are missing a comma. So can you identify the correct way in the to punctuate this underlined phrase here so that we have the 4 items that Aidan had cooked, not the 2 that we currently have? A, B, C, or D? I'll update the point. Oh, Amy E in there fast. Good. Well done, Amy E. Can always rely on you. Followed by Summer. Followed by Danielle. Followed by Isla. Good job, Isla. Well done, Danielle. Well done, Summer. Followed by Chloe D. Chloe D, you've been on fire today. Followed by John Paul, just picked to get in that point for 5 BP by Chloe D. Followed by Alex C, have another look, my lovely. Sky, well done. Lexi, well done. Maisie, well done. Alex A, well done. Right, we're nailing it. I knew you'd nail it because it's food. So well done. D was the correct answer. So when we're writing a list, you place a comma in between each item in the list, except for the word and, because usually that's omitted. If you did place it there, it's not grammatically incorrect, but we don't tend to do it. So it should be a chicken, comma, fajitas, comma, nachos, and churros. A lovely Mexican meal. Mm, mm, mm. Anyone else hungry? Just me? So I am missing commas in certain lists that I have written in this letter to you. So I need some help, okay? Let's have a little look. Okay, so I have a list. Let's have a little look in this letter of mine. Hopefully you can see the whole thing. Fingers crossed. I'm just going to wait for the screen to load so I can see if you can see it all. But I have a list. I'm going to circle here. I have a list coming here. We know there's a list coming because it was introduced by a colon there. And colons introduce a list. So we know there's one there. I'm just going to zoom this out slightly so you can see it all. Fingers crossed. Maybe not that far. Got maybe a bit excited with the zoom out there. And I also have a list here too. So have a look here and have a look around here. Hopefully you can see that fairly okay. I need help. Tell me the words where the commas should go. Good morning, Fatima. Good job, Summer. So fast, Summer. Good job, Isla. Superstar. Good job, Amy E. Someone coming in with the second answer as well. Gosh, Summer, you're quick. Well done. Wonderful answers. You guys are so on it today. Well done, Isla. Gosh, Isla smashed it. Well done, Amy E. Right, lovely. Superstars, well done. So, a lot of you identified that in my list I've got tuning into live lessons, comma, completing doodle tasks, and having a go at the other activities. So absolutely you identify that there should have been a comma between lessons and completing. In the list here, you've got school is not the same without you. The playground is quiet, comma. The corridors are empty and the class doors are shut. So well done. Between quiet and there should have been a comma. Superstars. Really, really, really well done. Loads of correct answers there and wonderful contributions. So many of you are writing in. Making me very happy. Right, let's present our screen. There we go. Hopefully it's back. Okay, so number 5, we need to use a comma after a dependent clause. Now remember, we've got dependent clause need an independent clause to make sense. They don't make sense on their own, okay? So you've got to be really clear on that. So when you have a dependent clause at the beginning of a sentence, you should set it off with a comma. If you are having trouble figuring out where the dependent clause ends, read the sentence out loud. The comma goes where you naturally pause more often than not. So while I was finishing the pizza, the waiter brought out the birthday cake. So have a go at reading that sentence aloud. Think, where do I naturally pause? Where is the dependent clause? And then tell me where the comma should go. A, B, C, or D. While you do that, I'll keep adding up the scores. We've got 18 to 25 at the moment, so let's see if anyone can see if 5B can steal it back. I have absolute faith in 5BP. Never underestimate them. Right, let's see. This is why I say never underestimate them. Amy coming in first. Summer second. I feel like you two have a challenge. I feel like we need to do an Amy EV summer challenge one day. Danielle, superstar, good girl, well done. Go have another look, my lovely. John Paul, amazing, bringing in a point for 5BP. Isla, have another look, my lovely. Amazing, woo! Stealing more points for 5BP there. Well done, Caris. Well done, Chloe D. Well done, Lexi. Well done, Zach. Right, you guys are on fire, as always. So good. A was the correct answer there. Reason being is the sentence begins with a dependent clause. While I was fishing for the pizza. Now, that sentence seems incomplete, doesn't it? It doesn't seem like a complete thought. So it needs that dependent clause to make sense. That independent clause, sorry, to make sense, which is the waiter brought out the birthday cake. Now, it makes absolute sense, doesn't it? Just to say, the waiter brought out the birthday cake. But that dependent clause adds that bit extra information while I was waiting, while I was finishing the pizza. Okay? So that needs to be followed with the comma. So I've got some dependent clauses in my sentences that naturally, because I wasn't a comma genius before today, need some corrections. So let's see if you can help me with those. Okay, so let's have a little look. So this first sentence that I've got here, hopefully you can see it, the first sentence contains a dependent clause. Can you read it through and tell me what two words the comma needs to go between? This very first sentence contains a dependent clause. For those that do that quite quickly, let me put it up a little bit. Ever so slightly. Hopefully I haven't put it up too far. For those that finish that quickly, there is a dependent clause down the bottom here as well. See if you can have a look at that. No, I don't think you can see it. I think I need to zoom out a little bit for you. No, zoom out again. It's transparent, honestly. Yeah. Start having a look around here. See if you can see the dependent clause there as well. So the first sentence, and then extra challenge for those of you that are on it. There's one down here too. I know, Danielle. I don't know why I kept saying fishing. I don't know what was going on with me there. I've never even been fishing. I might need to try it. Right. Well done. E, well done, John Paul. Well done, Summer. Well done, Maisie. Well done, Isla. Well done, Lexi. Oh my goodness, you guys are just so fast. I can't even keep up. Who was that? Let's have a look again. Oh, brilliant. I'm so impressed. I'll add up points in a bit. Right, absolutely. You were absolutely correct. So we have, as this term comes to a close, comma. Miss Purcell and I wanted to write to you to thank you for all your remarkable home learning efforts. Now, it makes sense with just the independent clause. Miss Purcell and I wanted to write to you to thank you all for your remarkable home learning efforts. But we've added in the dependent clause saying, as this term comes to a close. We need a comma there. Now, if you had a chance to have a go at the next one, It had here, in the meantime, we have live lessons and phone calls home, which is lovely. So hopefully you would have recognised that in the meantime needs a comma, because we could just said, we have live lessons and phone calls home. We've added extra in the meantime, but also we've got a relative here, relative clause, which is lovely. So actually a second comma was needed in that sentence as well. So hopefully you can start seeing on my page, gosh, Miss Francois, you missed out quite a few commas throughout your writing. So hopefully it's all going to start making a bit more sense now that the commas are in there. Love a bit of punctuation. Right, let's go back. Okay. Right, number 6 is you need to use a comma after an introductory word. So when you're using an introductory word or a transition at the beginning of a sentence, you place a comma after it. So usually these words might be our subordinating conjunction words like however, although, as a result, things like that, okay? So Sophie rushed to the bus stop. She was determined to make it to school on time. After waiting for 22 minutes, the bus had not arrived. Clearly the bus was late. Identify the sentence that uses the comma correctly. So you've got 4 sentences there, A, B, C, or D. Which one places the comma after the introductory word? Right, let me try look at points again. You guys are just too quick off the bat for me. Oh my goodness, last round was definitely a 5 BP round. 5 BP are not letting these points go. It was 4 points to 1 last round. 5 CF. Careful, careful. Oh gosh, 5 BP. They're making a quick catch up. Careful, guys. It is now 25 points, 28 points. They are only 3 points behind, and that could have even changed in this round. No pressure. Right, good. Oh, superstar. Right, so well done, Amy E. Well done, Summer. Well done, Maisie. Well done, Jay. Well done, John Paul. Well done, Paris. Well done, Zach. Well done, Guy. Superstar. I mean, Zach, I say you commented probably every answer, but only one of them were correct, lovely. Really, really stop and think. Right. So the answer is indeed B. So clearly is the introductory word used within that sentence, so a comma needs to be placed after it, okay? So let's see, I've got some introductory words in my letter that I need some help with. Let's have a look. Okay, so if you can have a look at that final paragraph, I don't know if I'm showing it to you very well. If you can have a look at that final paragraph, there are 2 introductory words. Can you type them? So have a good read through. You tell me what the 2 introductory words are. Can you tell me them? Isla's got 1. Send me both, please. Don't send me just 1. Send me both. Have a good read. Well done, Summer. Well done, Isla. Well done, Maisie. Well done, Lexi. Well done, Amy E. Well done, Sky. Well done, John Paul. Gosh, guys, you're brilliant. Superstars, absolutely. So you notice anyway was an introductory word. So anyway, I suppose we had better go. After all, I have a lesson to teach. However, comma, before we do say goodbye, we wanted you to know how proud we are of the Year 5 cohort. So absolutely, commas needed there and there. You are superstars. Continuing to impress and deliver. Well done, guys. Right, so I'm going to present back my screen. No, not that one. I feel like I'm getting the hang of this, guys, slowly but surely. So, as you know, right, this is a really contentious subject, this one, and we're taught not to do it throughout most of our schooling career. And then you get to like year 5, and it's actually, well, you can do it. Now, you can do it in general writing, but in SATs, even still, they don't even tend to put this in. So, this is a really hot topic, this one, but grammatically, it's correct. So, when you connect two independent clauses, you put a comma and a conjunction in the middle. So usually you put for two independent clauses to join them, you use a coordinated conjunction. Fanboys. For and, nor, but, or, yet, so. And you put a comma before the fanboy, before the coordinated conjunction. So I wanted to go to the park, comma, but it was heavily raining. So I wanted to go to the park. I could put I want to go to the park, full stop. It was heavily raining, full stop. Or I put, I wanted to go to the park, comma, but it was heavily raining. So that combines the two sentences. So have a look at this. I wanted to say goodbye, yet I was too shy to speak. Where does the comma go? A, B, C, or D? Oh gosh, so close, guys. It's so close. 28 to 30. 28 to 30. This could change everything this round. 5 CF going to lose their lead. It's 5 BP just going to take the steal at the very end, luring 5 CF into a false sense of security. Probably. Sorry, I don't know why that's hiding D. Hopefully you shouldn't be able to do by deduction though, but let's hide it. Right, let's see. Well done, Isla. Isla first off. Well done, Isla. I'm super pleased for you. Well done, Danielle. Well done, Amy E. Well done, Summer. Well done, Maisie. Oh, Maisie, you getting in there has just closed that difference again. Oh my goodness. Hello, Wasim. Goodness me, you guys are fast. Too fast. Right. Good. It was D. Well done. So again, the sentence contains two independent clauses joined by a coordinating conjunction, a fanboy. There should be a comma before the word yet. Right, we're going to move on past that. So then we use commas between adjectives, which I think you actually know, so I'm going to skip past that too. We use commas to surround extra information. Okay, so you know your relative clauses, they need a comma at the beginning and a comma at the end. So let's have a quick look at this one. So when you're adding extra information to a sentence, that is not directly important to the sentence's meaning. You must surround it with commas on either side. So Lewis Latimer, an inventor and draftsman, improved Thomas Edison's original design for the light bulb. Latimer created a carbon filament for this device. He was born in Massachusetts. So where should there be a comma? A, B, C, or D? If 5BP get 3 people in first, it's level pegging, guys. This round could change everything. Never. So, if you have extra information, a comma needs to go before and after the extra information. Which one does that correctly? A, B, C, or D? So far it's level pegging. I've had 5 BP come in, 5 CF come in. Who's coming next? 5 CF come in. Or is 5 CF going to let it go now? Is it just going to be 5 BP, 5 BP, and then they've taken us into a draw situation? 5 BP's come in. Who's going to get the next one? Well, actually, the last 5 BP one was wrong. Have a look, Isla. Isla, have a look and then comment quickly again. Go. But well done so far to Amy, Sky, and Summer. Guys, it's a draw. It's Amy E bringing in a point, Sky bringing in a point, Summer bringing in a point, John Paul bringing in a point, Maisie bringing in a point. Lovely, jubbly, and well done. It is indeed B. Well done. There needs to be a comma after Latimer and before and after draftsman. So an inventor and draftsman is the extra set of information in that sentence. It tells us Latimer's profession, which adds on to the main point about Latimer's invention, but it is not part of the main point. The main point is that Latimer helped Thomas Edison with his invention and design of the light bulb. The extra information is what he did as a job as well. Okay, so a comma was needed on either side. That extra piece of information was nice to know, but it didn't help contribute to the main point. Okay, and as we learned before, we introduce commas in speech. Okay, so before we start off speech, we introduce a comma as well. Now, the last thing is there is an error in this passage above because we need to have a comma as we sign off a letter. So, dear Mum and Dad, I cannot stress this enough. Please send Cheetos to my next care package. This is not a joke. This is a cry for help. Sincerely, Sandra. Okay? So, before we sign off a letter, we need to have a comma. So, a comma needs to be put here at the end of sincerely there. Okay? So, as I said, we're doing a over to you. So many of you are trying to get in there still. We're doing it over to you. So we've written you a letter. I'm going to read it one more time now with some more commas. And your task is to write a response letter to Miss Purcell and I, making sure you can include commas correctly. You can use the Google Doc sheet that we will attach to your English lesson. So you can type the letter on there and submit it to us on Google Classroom. Or you can write it handwritten like I've done today in your beautiful handwriting, which might be great for your practice, and then send it via Class Dojo Portfolio in an image, okay? You can write about what you like, but if you want a more structured format, I've got ideas for what to include in paragraph 1, paragraph 2, and paragraph 3. For example, Paragraph 1, you can tell us how you and your family are and what you've been doing at home. So you might say, hi, Miss Francois, hi, Miss Purcell. I'm having a wonderful time at home with my family, although sometimes my brothers are getting on my nerves. But we've been doing loads at home. We've been going on daily walks. I've been cycling a lot. I've been baking loads of things. My favourite thing to bake was brownies because I absolutely love chocolate, just like you, Miss Francois. I've been decorating the house. I've been playing loads of games. In fact, I invented a new game called blah blah. Because I know Danielle and Ryan have invented a game, and I know Aaron and his brothers have invented a game as well. So talk to us about that. Tell us all the fun things you're up to. Paragraph 2 could be let us know how home learning is going. So I can't believe we're still learning at home after 8 weeks. I'm finding it quite easy, especially now that you're doing live lessons. We like tuning in to both you and Miss Purcell. I am missing school. I really miss my friends. I hope to come back soon so that I can see them all and see how everyone is. It's weird to think that I might be actually coming back in year 6. I think my next teacher might be. So you can predict who you think your next teacher is going to be. And then paragraph 3, what are you going to do in your week off? Because next week you have a week off. Yay! So do we. So you might want to say, I'm excited to have a week off with no learning so that I can do what? What are you going to do in your week off? What exciting things? Maybe you're going to do some character curriculum tasks. Who knows? So that's what you could do in terms of your letter to me. So let me just quickly read this letter back to you now that we've made so many revisions with our commas, which is what our task was today. Okay, hold on, let me stop presenting so you can see it full screen. Right, hopefully you can see that okay. So, dear Year 5, comma, as this term comes to a close, comma, Miss Purcell and I wanted to write to you to thank you for all your remarkable home learning efforts. On a daily basis, you have been tuning into live lessons, comma, completing doodle tasks and having a go at the other activities. To set this all up takes us a while, comma. Remember, we need it in between before the fanboy, in between two independent clauses. Takes us a while, comma. So your hard work is really appreciated. It still feels bizarre teaching you virtually. Can you believe lockdown began on the 20th of March, 8 weeks ago? School is not the same without you. The playground is quiet, comma. The corridors are empty, and the class doors are shut. All of us teachers miss your smiling faces, and we can't wait to be reunited soon. I may decide to put a comma there, but I felt it flowed without it, so I did it in that instance. Anyway, comma, after an introductory word, I suppose we had better go. After all, I have a lesson to teach. However, comma, before we do say goodbye, we wanted you to know how proud we are of all the Year 5 cohort. Each one of you are a part of the Lee Forest family, and we care for you greatly. I'm going to put a comma there in between. And we care for you greatly. Stay safe, comma. Stay happy, and stay learning. Put a comma there for a list. Yours sincerely, comma after the close, Miss Francois and Miss Purcell. I really hope that lesson today has helped you in your understanding of commas as you asked me to do. And I really, really look forward to your wonderful letter responses. I can't tell you how much Miss Purcell and I genuinely miss having you in front of us, and how much we miss your smiling faces and your vibrant personalities. So a letter response really is going to make our days. So please do get those back. You've not got to do your English test today because you have the time to write as a response. So have a break, be back ready at math for 11:15, complete the letter to us. There is no Build It English Day, but you are more than welcome to still do your 5 a day to improve your progress and improve your age score. Thank you ever so much, and I'll see you in about 10 minutes with Miss Purcell. Bye!